Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today is Tuesday, 19th January 2016. We'll start with our prayers. Narayanam namaskritya
Narayanam namaskritya
naram chaiva narottamam
naram chaiva narottamam
devim saraswatim vyasam
devim saraswatim vyasam
tato jayamudirayet
tato jayamudirayet
nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu
nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu
nityam bhagavata sevaya
nityam bhagavata sevaya
bhagavati uttama shloke
bhagavati uttama shloke
bhaktir bhavati naistiki.
bhakti bhavati naistiki.
Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya.
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 Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 12, Sloka number 3. Creation of the Kumaras and others. Drishtva papiyasim shrishtim
Drishtva papiyasi drishtim shrishtim
natmanam bhava amanyata
natmanam bhava amanyata
bhagavat dhyana putena
bhagavat dhyana putena
manasanyam tato srijat
manasanyam tato srijat
drishtva papiyasim shrishtim
drishtva papiyasi shrishtim
natmanam bhava amanyata
natmanam bhava amanyata
bhagavat dhyana putena
bhagavat dhyana putena
manasanyam tato srijat.
manasanyam tato srijat.
Sita Mataji. Hare Krishna, Sita Mataji. Kamalini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Drishtva papiyasim srishtim
Drishtva papiyasim shrishtim
natmanam bhava amanyata
natmanam bhava amanyata
bhagavadhyana putena
bhagavat dhyana putena
manasanyam tato srijat.
manasanyam tato srijat. Prema Vardhini Mataji. Drishtva papiyasim shrishtim natmanam bhava amanyata bhagavad dhyana putena
मनस्सान्यां ततो असृजेत्
Manasanyam tato srujat. Anybody else is there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
Drishtva papiyasim shrishtim
Drishtva papiyasim shrishtim
natmanam bhava amanyata
natmanam bhava amanyata
bhagavadyana putena
bhagavat dhyana putena
manasanyam tato shrujat.
manasanyam tato srujat. Drishtva,
Drishtva,
by seeing,
by seeing,
papi yasim,
papi yasim,
sinful,
sinful,
srishtim,
srishtim,
creation,
creation,
na,
na,
did not, atmanam,
atmanam,
unto himself,
unto himself,
bahu,
bahu,
much pleasure,
much pleasure,
amanyata,
amanyata,
felt,
felt,
bhagavat,
Bhagavat,
on the personality of Godhead,
on the personality of Godhead,
dhyana,
dhyana,
meditation,
meditation,
putena,
putena,
purified by that,
purified by that,
manasa,
manasa,
by such a mentality,
by such a mentality,
anyam,
anyam,
another,
another,
tataha,
tataha,
thereafter,
thereafter,
asrajat,
asrajat,
created.
created.
Seeing such a misleading creation as a sinful task, Brahma did not feel much pleasure in his activity, and therefore he purified himself by meditation on the personality of Godhead. Then he began another term of creation. Seeing such a misleading creation
Seeing such a misleading creation
as a sinful task,
as a sinful task,
Brahma did not feel much pleasure
Brahma did not feel much pleasure
in his activity,
in his activity,
and therefore he purified himself
and therefore he purified himself
by the meditation on the personality of Godhead.
by meditation on the personality of Godhead.
Then he began another term of creation.
Then he began another term of creation.
Purport. Although he created the different influences of nescience, Lord Brahma was not satisfied in performing such a thankless task, but he had to do it because most of the conditioned souls wanted it to be so. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15.15 that he is present in everyone's heart and is helping everyone to either remember or forget. The question may be raised, why the Lord, who is all merciful, helps one to remember and another to forget? Actually, his mercy is not exhibited in partiality towards one and enmity towards another. The living entity, as part and parcel of the Lord, is partially independent because he partially possesses all the qualities of the Lord. Anyone who has some independence may sometimes misuse it due to ignorance. When the living entity prefers to misuse his independence and glide down towards nescience, the all-merciful Lord first of all tries to protect him from the trap. But when the living entity persists in gliding down to hell, the Lord helps him to forget his real position. The Lord helps the falling living entity glide down to the lowest point just to give him the chance to see if he is happy by misusing his independence. almost all the conditioned souls who are rotting in the material world are misusing their independence. And therefore, 5 kinds of nescience are imposed upon them. As an obedient servitor of the Lord, Brahma creates all these as a matter of necessity. But he is not happy in doing so, because a devotee of the Lord naturally does not like to see anyone falling down from his real position. Persons who do not care for the path of realization get full facilities from the Lord for executing their proclivities to the fullest extent. And Brahma helps in that procedure without fail. Kamalini Mataji can chant.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
नमो
विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमः आचार्य पदाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने गौरकथा धामदाय नगर ग्रामदारिणे। दृष्ट्वा पापीयसीं सृष्टिं नात्मानं बहव अमन्यत भगवद्ध्यानपूतेन मनसान्यां ततो सृजत्। So right now, Maitreya Rishi is explaining about how Brahmaji starts creation, secondary creation, the part of creation which is assigned. And we see that he created first the 5 nescience. Yesterday we were discussing that. And they're all negative aspects of a human life, or any life, all jivas, especially for human beings, because they only can discriminate. So while doing this, he is not happy, because any gentleman, Brahmaji is a gentleman. Any gentleman, if he is asked to do something negative, he doesn't get any pleasure out of that. But here, since the whole purpose of this material creation is to show the various negative things that we get by accepting this material body, has to be experienced. Because if we do not experience, then there is a problem. Then you don't appreciate what we have been missing. If you get everything here, all the facilities and all that is there available with Krishna Loka also, then why you want to go back? Right? And Krishna doesn't want that to happen because he knows that ultimate bliss is there. So there's a huge difference between what happens here and what happens there. And once we come to know about that, then our desire to go back increases. Otherwise, if there was only a slight difference, it's like, you're going from, let's say, one country to other country, and both are similar in many ways. Maybe the dollar value is more in one and less in one. So how does it matter? I remember when in the college days, sometimes we used to play some, or just for fun, some cards or something. And then in the card, the luck changes, right? So sometimes a lot of superstitions also go with that, that this you see. So somebody will say, okay, let me try this place. Then they will exchange the places. And still you lose, Then there was a saying. Then somebody says, okay, what do you sit here? He's already, defeated in all corners. So he says, okay, what will happen? What is the worst festival is Muharram. He says, of course, not degrading somebody, but like, where you beat yourself. Muharram is one such a festival. Beat your body with chain and this and that. So he says, that's the worst. So what will happen? He says, you can't go worse than that. Same way, people sometimes think that what can happen, this is the situation. Okay. So you accept the situation. You feel defeated and you also accept the defeat. Whereas a sane person never accepts defeat. He wants to, they say that the one trait which is common in all human beings is that every human being wants to excel himself or herself. Meaning, we don't want to be the same always. We want to be better than what we were, right? That's why most of the people work hard, take risk, invest, make money. They want to make more money. Nobody says, I want less money. Have you ever seen any employee going to an employer and saying, sir, you're paying me too much. Please pay me less. No. Everybody will call him crazy. Especially his own family. They want more and more. So we want to excel. And that excellence in the material world again gets defeated. Because it doesn't last for long. They say even if you are born in a very rich family, and suppose you stop working, that money also lasts you for maybe 7 generations maximum. The richest man can become pauper in 7 generations. So we have to keep working. And here is the formula. Instead of simply working just like that, of course we have to create, like Brahmaji is doing it out of duty. And he also knows that if he doesn't create that, then the whole creation will not be complete. So we have to sometime in our day-to-day dealing also create something like that, some situation like that for the family or for friends or something, Sometimes they say that to save somebody, even if you have to tell a lie, it's accepted, like it's not that big a crime offense. But here we are not talking of that. Here Brahmaji is talking of his dissatisfaction. But he's not ending there. He is now talking about how he got rid of that feeling. How he got rid of that feeling of unhappiness. By simply meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord. Dhyanam. By simply meditating, and then keeping doing your job. So you take the shelter of the Lord, and that's what we have been discussing this over and over again. That everything that we do in that relationship is Sukruti. Once you have the Sukruti account open, then your safety net starts growing. Till it becomes totally safe, totally protected by Krishna. So now Brahmaji will start creating other things. So keep tuned, and hopefully we'll keep enjoying this. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, my internet connection it got cut. Prabhuji.
Yeah, I know it's happening everywhere.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
We are sitting in the most advanced country, and we keep having this problem every day.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
It's all right, Mother.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mother.
So Brahmaji is also unhappy having created all those things which we are going to undergo.
Yes. Naturally, see, this is he's first expressing his real personal feelings, but then he's not stopping. He's not saying, "I'm not going to create." Like what we'll see now, what happens to his 4 sons. They rejected his order. He ordered them. But Brahmaji is more faithful. So he is saying loyal. Like he's saying, "Okay, I'm doing it. I'm not happy, but and then he's saying by meditation, my lamentation has gone. Because if you're trying to create something in lamentation, then it will not be perfect. So even the evil he has to create has to be perfect.
We also have a lesson here, Prabhuji, that we have to do our duty.
Yes, absolutely.
Leaving everything to Krishna.
That's what we say all the time, that we have to do our duty by keeping Krishna in the center. If we just do duty and forget Krishna, that's not good. And if we just do Krishna service and then neglect everybody else, that also not good. For a person who has that responsibility. But if you are a brahmachari, for example, you have no responsibility. So you can do what you want to do for Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, then we'll hopefully see you tomorrow.